And now, your first Alert 5 weather.
And welcome back, everyone. Before we get to that holiday forecast, let's talk about the statistics or likelihood of a white Christmas here in southern Colorado. And climatologically speaking, the chance of an inch of snow or more falling from the sky on Christmas Day, only 5% in the Springs and Pueblo. We've only seen that a handful of times in both areas. The records just over 5 inches for Pueblo. That was back in 1987 on Christmas Day. And in the Springs, that was just over 2 inches, set well back in 1911. So let's look ahead at the weather headlines on this Monday afternoon. Temperatures today very warm, much like what we saw yesterday. And I think we stay about 10 to 15 degrees above average through the end of the week. Also tracking the potential for some high fire danger tomorrow and into Wednesday. Then for this mountain areas, expecting some very heavy snow and some gusty winds. That'll develop as early as Thursday. For us in the plains and I-25 corridor, unfortunately, it is wind and not snow that we're expecting in the forecast as we head towards Christmas Day. Outside right now, it's very dry with some light breezes. Still seeing clear skies and current temperatures in the low 50s. You can see the wind generally coming out of the southeast this afternoon across the eastern plains. A little bit of a westerly breeze here in the mountains and mountain valleys. We're also seeing some very dry conditions all across the region. Yet again, these relative humidity values down into the teens in most areas across the I-25 corridor and out into the southeast plains. La Junta right now, humidity hovering around 15%. Now, last night on News 5 at 10, we talked about the fire weather watches that the National Weather Service had issued. At that time, they had only highlighted Huerfano County and Fremont County, but they've since expanded the coverage and they've upgraded that to red flag warnings. He's set to go into effect tomorrow morning, continue through 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And in these areas, we're looking at westerly winds coming out of the mountains and mountain valleys around 15 to 25 miles per hour. Gusts even stronger than that, and humidity drier tomorrow compared to what we saw today. So we want to avoid any sort of activity that could create a fire start, as it will be windy and dry. And of course, as we know, the fuel's exceptionally dry all across the region. So here comes some of those gusty winds, especially into the central mountains. These spots could see gusts 40 to 50, but generally south of I-70, wind speeds not as strong as that. By 3 o'clock, gusts around 20 to 30 up towards La Vida and Westcliff, and gusts in the Pikes Peak region generally around 15 to 25 during the day on Tuesday. As for cloud cover, I think we see some clouds increase overnight tonight from a disturbance moving across parts of southern California. For us, expecting just some fair weather clouds for the first half of the day with decreasing clouds and sunshine as we head towards Tuesday afternoon. So here's the big picture story. Gusty winds moving in. This is the jet stream. This is a lot of upper level energy set to move back into Colorado around the middle of the week. Now, as we head towards Thursday, heavy snow expected to develop as we get a little bit of a dip or amplification in the jet stream. That means there's a storm that's going to be brewing. And I think for the mountain areas from Thursday through the weekend, we're talking about 10 to 20 inches of much needed snow. Then we get a little more strengthening of those jet stream winds. And I think Friday, this is looking pretty similar, though not as severe as what we just saw last weekend, or I should say last Wednesday. So Friday, Christmas Eve, could be seeing the potential for some very strong winds here in parts of southern Colorado. Tonight, with a very dry air mass in place, we're back down to the teens in Pueblo, upper 20s in the Springs and low 30s in Canyon City. And that dry air does warm up quickly, so we're back into the 60s and upper 50s in many areas on Tuesday. Here's a look at that super 7-day forecast. Wednesday at 61, Thursday, gusty winds, maybe a little bit cooler as we head towards the end of the week. And let's break out Friday here. We have a chance for a quick shot of precipitation, so maybe a little bit of a mix of rain and snow, especially for areas around Briargate North and into the foothills. Gusts for now look to be in the range of 20 to 40 miles per hour. Temperatures staying in the low 50s on Christmas Day with a chance for some gusty winds. For Pueblo, we have 60s all the way through Friday, upper 50s expected during the weekend. That includes Christmas Day. Canyon City, it's dry here through Thursday. Christmas Eve day might see a quick shot of some rain or snow showers, but gusty winds probably the bigger story, and it does stay windy throughout the weekend and into early next week. For Woodland Park, highs here running well above average through Thursday, cooling down some Friday with a chance for maybe a quick inch or two of snow and some gusty winds all throughout Teller County. Allison?
Alan, thank